So good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for our season-ending awards banquet. Each year, the end of the season always approaches quicker than we'd like, and it's never easy when your season doesn't end in a championship. However, there's no reason that anyone should feel disappointed in this amazing group. Each of their individual efforts and talents combined to make us a difficult team to face. Looking at October to January, the growth that happened was beyond anyone's expectations. From sitting out of a playoff spot to coming near points for securing third place seed at season's end, to taking a strong Navan team to 7 games and giving Ottawa, arguably one of the best teams in Canada, a reason to be worried each game we played them. We are incredibly proud of your efforts, passion, and dedication, coaches, and everybody else involved for what you put into this season. We battled injuries, adversities, but we still seem to be able to overcome all of that and remain a feared component. Both on and off the ice, when someone was not able to contribute, someone else picked up the slack and was able to make the best of situations. Although we may be leaving this season with disappointment, it's important to remember the valuable lessons we all learned, the accomplishments we achieved as a team as well as individual successes, the adversities we faced and overcame, and most importantly, the friendships that we've made with each other that will last a lifetime. Before we move to the awards portion of today's banquet, there are many people that we would like to recognize. First and foremost, our fans. The support, not only in the regular season, but in the playoffs, especially Game 7 in Navan, when we out-cheered and overpowered the home team crowd, was beyond incredible. We truly appreciated the support and dedication you showed us this season, and we use that to continue to push and give it our all every single night. So a big thanks to all of our fans. To our sponsors. No team can survive without the support of the community and its businesses. The constant support you provide us every season is a blessing, and we cannot thank you enough. To our staff. This organization's staff is truly the best of the best. These people work tirelessly to make the players and the community feel supported and have what they need to make the season successful and enjoyable. We have never worked with people who are so professional, selfless, and dedicated. Long hours, late nights, early mornings, hard times, good times, these people just keep going. You all deserve a major pat on the back for this season because it was a heck of a ride. So thank you to Walt Dumas, Matt Ward, Clark Saunders, Marty Lee, Dave Chevrier, Rob Kennedy, Mike Schofield, Ryan Getchell, Beth Rogers, Emma O'Brien, Shannon Morrison, Jay Gowden, Craig Collins, Jesse Falconer, Sean Burns, Dave Graham, Brian Dempsey, Levi Hill, Jim Coolin, Tom Ali, and Dolly Henderson. And we want to take this time to give a huge thanks and a see you soon to Coach Devin Payne, who is retiring from his position and taking the time to focus on his growing family. Devin, we are so lucky to have had you help lead and teach these young men not only how to improve their hockey skills, but become better people. The time you've dedicated to this team over the past decade and more is something very special, and we wish you nothing but the best, and know we'll see you around the rink. So thanks, Dev. To the parents of the players, you all trusted us with your kids and allowed them to be a piece of our community and family. The support you provided not only for your own child, but all of the other guys, whether it be in person at the games or showing support while watching them hockey TV, was phenomenal. Thank you for allowing these young, amazing men to be part of our organization and part of the Braves family for life. To our amazing billet families. There are no words that can express how truly lucky we are to have such supporting, amazing billet families here in Brockville. The sacrifices that you all made and continue to make to bring these young men into your home cannot be overlooked. You all not only ensure these boys get fed and have a safe place to sleep, but most importantly, you allow them to become a part of your family. It's something that is very hard to find, believe me. Cathy and I have been through this for years, and you know. And we truly have the best of the best. Thank you for making this experience even better for these guys by giving them a place that they can comfortably call a home away from home. These are truly bonds that will be shared for a lifetime. So a huge thank you to all our billets. Our volunteers. What can we really say? We're so very lucky to get to work alongside some of the world's most dedicated and amazing volunteers around. Not only do you dedicate your time, but you also dedicate your heart to this team and community, and it's something that's so rare and special. It's evident that we have top-notch volunteers when many of you continue to make road trips to not only playoff games, but regular season games as well to show your support. We are beyond blessed to be around such amazing people, and I don't believe I'm wrong or out of line in saying this, but I truly believe that we have the league's best volunteers. Without your support and care every single game, none of this would be possible. So thank you is easy to say, but truly there's really nothing else left to say but thank you for all you do. So thank you to Jesse, Christina, Marshall, Grace, Chris, Kirk, Mark Hamlin, Zach, Cameron, Evan, Mark Peters, Harper, Krager, Neil, Phil, Greg, Sheena, Slater, Kathy, Jessica, John, Alicia, Crystal, Sherry, Brandy, Kenzie, Jeff, Ariel, Adam, Steve, Dylan, Jody, Norm, Mike, Nancy, John, Albert, Jason, Kate, and Melissa, and anyone else I may have overlooked. As you can tell, we've got a ton of volunteers, and we could not do this without you. A special thanks to Sean Burns, who put together today's slideshows and puts up with my endless demands each and every week, because it's endless. Thank you to Wit Profit for your dedication, creativity, drive, and passion towards not only this team, but the entire league. You are truly one of the hardest working people I have ever met, and we're beyond lucky to have you as part of this organization. The hard work you put into not only our team, but the rest of the CCHL shows your passion and love for this sport and your team. You are one of a kind, and we cannot thank you enough for all you do. Thank you to Phil Brennan, who offered to help with recording of videos during games and creating game highlights for fans to enjoy, as well as offering to stream today's banquet. You are truly appreciated and do amazing work that is beyond the call of duty, so thank you. This year's group has been by far one of the most special group of young men that we've come across. The drive and ambition to succeed and never give up each night was undeniable. On and off the ice, the dedication you showed to our community was above and beyond what we could have ever expected from you. And this is made very clear. I don't know if you know what they did the other day, heading up to Kingston to visit Slater. That was pretty special. You guys don't realize the impact that you've made on the youth in our community. The time you spend volunteering, or taking the time during a game to give that fist bump, or sign a broken stick or a puck, heading to minor hockey games to cheer on our future Braves, giving back to those who needed the support in the most simple but meaningful ways. There are so many examples we can think of demonstrating how outstanding you have been to this community, and we could not be more proud of you all. The enthusiasm you showed each other was beyond special. This year's group brought something so exciting to the community, and the fan increase and participation reflects the achievements, amazing hockey, and passion you all showed to our community. Today, we're surrounded by countless awards to acknowledge individual achievements by some of our players, but we all know that it takes an entire team to bring out the best in others, and you all truly embrace this philosophy. We are going to truly remember this year's team for years and years to come. We wish every one of you only the best for your future. You all, without hesitation, deserve that. We also just want to take this time to let one of our biggest supporters, Slater Doran, know that our entire team is fighting for you, and we know that you can beat this. Even though we're headed to the off-season, know that this team will always be here to support and help you through this battle in any way that we can. We are sending positive thoughts and vibes your way each and every day, and keep being the strong young man that you are.
Hi everyone, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Cathy MacDonald, volunteer, helper with billet coordinating, and I guess I bill it too. Yeah, I got two. I haven't seen much of them the last week. They've been out enjoying their lives, which they're entitled to. I just wanted to read something just before I read whatever Justin had to say here, but just about the impact that the boys actually did with their visit up to see Slater. I heard from Chrissy, from his mom. She wrote to me, and she let me know, this is what she said. Thanks again. It was heartbreaking and heartwarming all in one. The perfect medicine that Slater needed. The doctors and the nurses were so impressed by these boys. The Brockville Blades are a true class act, is what they said. I also ran into his grandfather, John Doran, who most of us would know, and I saw him on Thursday, having his usual breakfast at John's restaurant, and he was excited to let me know that Slater was getting out of the hospital that afternoon, and he was going to get to be home for a few days before he has to go into the next round. But the entire family said that it was such an encouragement to him to just get in and fight and battle for what he needs to do this time. It's a little bit more serious than what it was the last time. And so you just have no idea what you've done and how you've actually contributed to that. So keep up with those little small things that you don't think mean an awful lot, because they really, really do. And in a small community like Brockville, I just can't tell you the impact that it has, and how many times we'll hear as Brockvillians over and over again about the things that the Braves are doing, and our Tikis and the U18. But you know, when you're coming into a community and you make an impact like that, it's going to last for years and years and years. I can tell you that from 6 years ago, when I first started to help to get billet homes here, how difficult it was to convince them of the top caliber that we're bringing here, and what you guys are like. And we don't have too many problems anymore. We're finding homes for 52 young men to come here in August of every year. And I think that we have very special homes, and that they take care of every one of you like you were their own. But I think that the community at large would say that you have made such an impact that they will welcome you every year with open arms. There's a long list of things that Jamie didn't even mention that they contribute to here. They've helped me every year with the collection of gift bags for needy in our area. The essential gift bags that are given out at Loaves and Fishes, and so we were well over, I don't know what we were, Jamie, over 200 bags this year. And there were folks here who delivered Meals on Wheels and helped out in Loaves and Fishes. Just things that weren't recognized. They were all done without any pat on the back or any recognition. You just did it. And so for that, we're very, very grateful, and we thank you all. All right, let's get to what Dustin has to say here. It says, looks like it's 5 pages long, but it says we have a quick speech that Dustin prepared. Hi everyone. I apologize, is this my best Dustin voice? I apologize for not being able to make this year's banquet. I'm currently in Chicago with my family, you guessed it, at a hockey tournament. I did want to put a little something together here to recap the season that was. But firstly, I'd like to genuinely thank everyone in the community who helped make this year what it was, a huge success. To our billets, you are the foundation to everything that is possible with the Brockville Braves. Without you, putting together this team would be impossible. Opening your doors to our players through the good and the interesting parts is the kindest gesture you can make. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. To our phenomenal sponsors, again, without your loyalty and generosity, we would not be able to make it financially through a season. The cost to operate a junior A team and franchise are terrifying on a great day. Your generosity and belief in our program allows us to compete and thrive in the CCHL on a yearly basis. God bless you all. A warm thank you also goes to Dolly Henderson, who doubles occasionally as a 50-50 game day salesperson, for working with our great sponsors on an annual basis. I don't think people realize how many people it takes and all of the jobs that are needed to make this thing we call the Braves a success. A big thank you to all of the folks that take tickets and run our merchandise tables. They do the score clock, the league stats, the penalty boxes, the goal judging, security. Your help is indispensable. Thank you to the Brockville Memorial Rink staff who lived and breathed our battles down the stretch and provided us with quality ice and friendly smiles every day. To Whit, Bill, and Harper for the best broadcasts and game recaps in the league. We are so very fortunate to have you fellas. Your hard work is very much appreciated. To our brave staff, Walt, Matthew, Clark, you were the glue that kept things together when stuff looked like it could fall apart. You guys are first class, and our kids are beyond fortunate to have you gentlemen as mentors. To Devin Payne, when no one else believed in Hanny and I, there were precious few people who stepped up to the plate and went to bat with us. You were a rock, Devin. Words cannot describe what that meant to my family and I. This isn't goodbye, only farewell. So as long as we own this team, you will be a coach, even if it means from a cozy armchair. Enjoy the family time and don't be a stranger, especially on Friday evenings around 10:30 at the Barley Mow. We love you, Deb. Thank you. And thank you to Joanna for a wonderful 8 years in the sun. Special thanks to our one-of-a-kind support staff, Beth Rogers, Jesse Valconier, and Jay Gavin, for putting up with some charming ultra softness along with all of the day-to-day bumps and bruises and CCM equipment failures that our boys threw at them. You guys are the best. Also, a huge thanks to our Tikis and U18 staff, Marty, Chev, Rob, Sho, I think he means Schofield, Ryan, Emma. You are all amazing and prepare these guys for the next level. To our scouting team, Dave, Brian, Levi, you guys are top-notch. You promote our program in the highest light and ensure players are looked after. Page 2. No, it's page 4. What can you say about this particular group during this particular season? In my mind, it was a little bit of Hollywood. Bad news bears meets the slap shot. We can all agree that the team started very slowly out of the gates, and in this business that meant only one thing: change was inevitable. When I took over coaching full-time, I saw a group of raw players, most that came from other programs that were underutilized or not given any opportunity at all. We decided to make a few blockbuster deals to help our club immediately and in the future. I remember turning to Walt in November asking him, "What is our identity?" He said, "Well, we're big, we need to play big." So we did, and in doing so, we changed the trajectory of the season. The hardest thing for a coaching staff is to have an entire team buy into what you are selling, asking kids to put personal glory aside for the betterment of the group. But this team did that. They believed in the plan, and more importantly, they believed in each other. That is what I am most proud of. This group stuck together through everything, and I love them for it. Our goaltending was great and consistent. Our defense was heavy and reliable. Our forwards were physical and timely in their scoring. It was a great recipe, and I truly believe that the coaches and players squeezed every last ounce of juice out of themselves. We left everything on the ice. That is all anyone could ever want or ask for. Thank you to our graduating players. You embody what it is to be a Brave. Lastly, to Jamie. This was a long and at some points difficult season, but you are the constant driving success of this team. You are unwavering. We love you. Thanks for everything that you do. It was a slice. We'll see you all back in July. Okay.
To our graduating players, if you could also come up just to the front right here. It's never easy ending a junior hockey career, but you five are truly in an element of your own. You're dedicated, hardworking, and the future is nothing but bright for each of you, and we wish you nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Colin Elliott played all 3 CCHL seasons with the Braves. He played 104 regular season games, 28 goals, 52 assists for 80 points. He dominated the art of penalty killing and was a threat each and every time he was on the ice. Nick Foster came to the Braves mid-season from the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Played 54 CCHL games, had 7 goals and 16 assists, 4 goals and 7 of those were with the Braves for a total of 23 points. He was a workhorse on the back end and was one of the most relied upon defensemen down the stretch and into the playoffs. Matt Yeager also came to the Braves mid-season from the Pembroke Lumber Kings. Played 50 CCHL games, had 17 goals and 12 assists, 11 and 6 with the Braves for a total of 29 points. He used his size, reach, and skill to be a dangerous offensive force and threw his body at the right time. Stop laughing, Powers. Sammy Olu came to the Braves last season and played 69 CCHL games. He had a goals against of 2.37 and an overall save percentage of .925, and also 6 shutouts. He was named this year's CCHL Goaltender of the Year, and we could not agree with that decision more. Sammy was unstoppable most nights and made it very frustrating for opposing teams. And finally, our Brockville boy, Josh Cole. Played 5 seasons in the CCHL and all with the hometown Brockville Braves. He played 112 games, 4 goals, 22 assists for a total of 26 points. He played key roles in the power play and penalty kill and was a steady force who was always relied upon to keep things simple and impossible for opponents. As a small token of our appreciation for your dedication to the Braves, we want to present you with a banner thanking you for our graduating players for all you have done for our league, our team, and most importantly, our community. We wish you all nothing but the absolute best. All right, at this time, whether they like it or not, they're being asked to say a little something to everybody.
I'll start. Just want to thank everyone top to bottom. I had a lot of fun here. It was definitely an experience for sure, but I just want to thank the coaches, billets, trainers, everything. I've been to a lot of junior teams. I played on 6 junior teams. I'd have to say this is probably the best spot. I got yelled at a lot. I got kicked off the ice, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I had a blast, and I just want to thank my teammates. A great group of guys. Wouldn't want to have it any other way. It's a special group as well. I'll never forget, and I love my time here. So thank you.
Come on, pause.
Come on, Jack. Come on. I know I wasn't here very long, but you guys, teammates, you guys are awesome. I loved every single one of you. Love the coaches too, even you, Wardo. But thank you to everyone, coaches, Jamie, Dusty, wherever he is. But thank you.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for the past 5 years. It's been amazing. This team this year, probably the best team I've been on. Love the boys here. Thanks to all the coaches throughout the years. Really appreciate it. Couldn't ask for much better than that, so thank you guys.
Just want to say thank you to all the fans, top to bottom. You guys are awesome. Thank you all the coaches. I know it was a rough start about 3 years ago, but thank you guys for believing in me through and through. Appreciate that. And Dave and Sharon, thank you guys so much. You the more you know, even though Josh and I spend most of our time downstairs eating food and watching movies. And Jay, thank you. I don't know if Angie's here, but thank you guys for last year as well. And yeah, boys, I wouldn't want to end my junior career with another team other than Zach and Harris. But yeah, no, I couldn't thank anyone enough, so thank you guys.
I just want to say thank you, first and foremost, to the volunteers. You guys do a lot for us, and you know, it definitely doesn't go unnoticed in our room and with our coaching staff. And you guys, you know, you mean a lot more to us than you guys know, so thank you. To the coaches, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to play as much as I did. I wouldn't have wanted it any other way, you know, with the ups and downs that we had. Especially early in the year, you know, we stuck with it, and I think we accomplished something that nobody in the league thought we could. I want to give a special thanks to Clark. I don't think I could have become the person and the goalie I became today without your help every day this year, whether it was with hockey or anything else, so I just want to say thank you. Boys, this was a great year. I couldn't have asked for a better group to play behind. And, you know, you guys helped me out a lot, and I just want to say thank you. I love you boys, and I just want to say thank you. And last but not least, Phil, it was an honor to share the crease with you. And you got a real bright future, so just keep kicking and keep listening to Clark. And you're real good, and yeah, just thank you to everyone.
The first award of the night is our Volunteer of the Year Award. And this is given to one of our volunteers for their commitment and dedication to the Braves organization. This award is being given to someone who comes to the rink on or not on game days, dedicates his passions and skills towards producing amazing product for our team. He works quietly and is always polite, respectful, and never stops. He runs around and makes sure the job is always done the very best it can be. Whether it's at games at home or streaming from an extremely cold rink in Kempville for a showcase game, our skills competitions, awards banquets, and producing amazing highlight videos each week, this person does it all when it comes to technology. We cannot thank you enough for what you have done and continue to do for this team. So the winner of our Volunteer of the Year Award is Phil Brennan. All right, we're going to ask Jay and Beth to come up for the next award. So this award is the Peter Kelly Carefree Pools Trainers Helper Award. This award is presented by the equipment and training staff to the player who goes above and beyond what is asked of a player to help with the everyday team tasks.
So this award, there's quite a few guys that could have gotten this award. You know, with me taking over, there's a lot of help from everybody, and I just want to say how much I really appreciate everyone. They really made it my job a lot easier, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, so the award this year will go to our number 20, Marcus Beaton.
Yeah.
The next award is the Fred Adolph Most Sportsmanlike Player. This award is being presented to the player who exemplifies an aspiration that this sport will be enjoyed for its own sake with proper consideration for fairness, ethics, respect, and a sense of fellowship for his competitors.
This year, the award's going to a player that played a lot of minutes, never complained about the minutes, gave a good effort every night, and that's going to be Trent the Drew.
Our next award is the Macosham Van Line's Most Improved Player. This player is presented to the player who throughout the course of the season has shown growth and improvement in their game and has successfully elevated their skill level.
I had a lot of time spent with this young man. I was very lucky to spend that much time with him. I thought you developed as a hockey player and a young kid. Just do me one favor, Phil. Can you shave that mustache for next year?
We were hoping that Bob Darling, I'm sure many of you know who Bob Darling is. He's been a staple of the Brockville Braves for years. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to come for this specific award. It's the Bob Darling Commitment and Volunteer Award. This award is given to the player who shows a selfless dedication and passion for the community through volunteering. Just like Jay said for the Trainer's Helper one, this was another one that was certainly not easy by any means to pick because there are so many of you that stepped up incredibly in many different aspects. We had so many players who were eager, dedicated, and happy to immerse themselves in the community. However, there's one person who was always the first one to jump on board for community interaction, whether it be volunteer for the Salvation Army Kettle Drive, going into schools, doing Meals on Wheels deliveries each week, or even odd jobs that needed to be done in or outside the rink. I personally can't thank this person enough for the dedication he has shown and the tremendous leadership, and he has truly been a true captain. So the Bob Darling Commitment and Volunteer Award is going to Lucas Coney. The Don Wallace Memorial Award is presented to the Braves player who best exemplifies the qualities admired by Don. So Don was a volunteer of the Braves years and years ago, and he did pretty well anything and everything you could think of. Organized fan buses, did 50-50, anything and everything. He was hardworking, committed, and dedicated, and that is what this person showed.
The award this year is going to a player that brought that hard work ethic every single night, every single shift. We relied on him tremendously from the moment he got here. You know, the only bad time he had was his first video session.
The Murray Osborne Rookie of the Year. To the rookie, who both showed how capable he was to play at this level, but also consistently improved throughout the season to become a deserving and successful player at the Junior A level.
This was a highly contested award, namely because we went through so many players and had so many rookies. I know we had a challenge, especially the oldest coach had a challenge at the start of the year, mid-November, remembering everybody's name. I think we named that player's first name one time on a road trip just to make sure we all had the right names. But we had a great group of rookies, probably the biggest rookie group we've had since I've been in Brockville. And it was very exciting to see how they developed. They all developed and contributed to our success. And so the future is bright. This year, the Rookie of the Year is Aiden Caroline.
Yeah.
For this next award, we ask that Lynn and Jerry Dayu come up to the front. This is the Dogger Award. This award is in memory of former Brave Michael Dogger Dayu and given to a Braves graduating player who best exemplifies a passion for the game and someone who carries a positive attitude both on and off the ice. Mike Dayu played his minor hockey in Brockville and then with the St. Lawrence Kings organization. Dayu played for the Braves from 1992 to 1996, proudly wearing jersey number 77. He went on to Plattsburgh State to play for the Cardinals. Upon graduating, he returned to Brockville and began teaching at St. Mary's Catholic High School. Dayu assisted the Braves coaching staff in several capacities during the 2009-2010 season while battling cancer. He taught outside the classroom, yet the lessons were as valuable for the moment in time. He taught the team to believe, and this was the motto that carried the 2009-2010 Brockville Braves to the Fred Page Cup Championship and the RBC Cup in Dauphin, Manitoba. Dogger lost his battle with cancer in July of 2010. His widow, Kristen, established the Dogger Award for the Braves graduating player who best exemplified the passion for the game and had a supremely positive attitude, both traits that Mike carried during his playing days and during his battle with cancer.
Someone who knew Dogger personally, thank you to his parents for coming today. This individual, I see a lot of Dogger in him. It's Josh Cole.
The next award is the Tips Paralegal Best Forward. This award is given to the forward who demonstrates throughout the season the great all-around ability and success at his position.
So happy that this year's recipient is a veteran player, probably, and we had this conversation 3 years ago, wasn't sure he could be a CCHL player, wasn't sure he could be a Brockville Brave, and over a laugh we shared that sometimes the coaching staff wasn't so sure as well. But he persevered, he has a ton of skill, a ton of talent. He gained that confidence in himself, and I believe his teammates had the same confidence. I know the coaching staff had great confidence in him, and he was our top forward this year, Colin Elliott.
The Jim Chapman Best Defenseman. This award is given to the defenseman who demonstrates throughout the season the greatest all-around ability and success at his position.
I've been lucky enough to work with a lot of great defensemen over the years. We had multiple D this year that came in every night, gave us their best effort. This D came to us halfway through the year or so and established his dominance game in, game out. And he was a pleasure to coach, so this year the award goes to Nick Foster.
This summer's most valuable player for regular season. This award is presented to the player who contributed the most to the team during the season, considering attitude, dedication, skill, leadership, and performance.
Everybody can take a guess who it is now that I'm standing up here. Again, same thing I said about Phil, this kid. I thoroughly enjoyed working with you all year, Sammy. You were a rock the whole season. The team leaned on you. I wish you nothing but the best and success in your career, and it was a privilege to work with you. And I just want to say one quick thing to everybody, all the players. I hope you play a long time. If you're lucky enough, as you leave hockey, it's really tough coming out, so I appreciate everything you guys did for me this season. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
The last award for today is our playoff MVP. This award is given to the player who exemplified exceptional skill, performance, dedication, and attitude during the playoffs.
As coaches, we really put a lot of weight on a player, and chips are down in the playoffs. I see what you're about. And, this player, one shift at a time, albeit 12 seconds at a time, really did that. He carried the weight offensively, but also was a force and a thorn in the other team's side. So this year it's Nick Foster.
And just a shout out to Nick McLeod, who provided all the photography for our slideshow today. So he takes some pretty awesome pictures, so thanks to Silky. The other thing before we get mingling or whatever you're going to do, if anyone that won an award, please come up to the front. We're going to get group pictures of everybody. But all in all, billets, volunteers, fans, parents, staff, players, thank you for an incredible season, and we're looking forward to next year.
Special thanks for Jimmy for what you did for us.